G'day everyone, it's Warren from NQ Explorers. Today I'm in Garland, Texas at the home of Garrett Metal Detectors, and this is the Garrett factory right here behind me. We're going to go in there today and meet a few of the key personnel and have a look around the factory. So come with me and we'll have a quick look around. This is a quick look around the Garrett Treasure Museum, which is located in the foyer of the Garrett headquarters. There's copies of gold nuggets, there's Spanish treasures, detected items from all over the world displayed in here, being found by various detectors and of course by Mr. Garrett himself. There's some pretty special items in here. Well, here in the Garrett factory we have a little museum out the front with some wonderful treasures from all around the world, and this one's from Australia. It's the Hand of Faith gold nugget replica, 875 ounces, discovered with a Garrett detector in Wedderburn in 1980.
Welcome to the Garrett Canteen. This is our lunchroom, but formerly this was our stockroom, which held the finished metal detector goods that we sold around the world. And what we have on the side of the stockroom, well, the side of the canteen, is the cage here. And this fencing, we have the metal detectors, which represent 5 decades of our products.
Well, what we have here is 50 years of history of the Garrett Metal Detecting Company, and all the various metal detectors and coils that have been made over the years.
This is the Garrett Super Scanner. This product was designed for security applications and law enforcement, and it's been used in airports around the world and Olympic Games. And right here is the assembly line where it's manufactured.
So Bob, one thing about Garrett is that everything is manufactured here in the United States on the shop floor, from the raw materials to the finished shipped product.
That's correct. The Garrett philosophy has been to manufacture its own products, and that gives us a lot of advantages, and the main one being quality control. We have our engineers here on site, we design the product, and we manufacture on our production line, which allows us to control every item that goes into the detector.
Brilliant.
Warren, this is how our search coils are made. This is where we begin. We have an automatic winding machine that we have actually custom designed for our application. And as you can see, we have plastic bobbins to wind the wire on. And here we go. Why don't you go ahead, let's watch this whole...
It's the very beginning of the search coil process.
The very beginning of the search coil process. So let's start another cycle. Again, the equipment's computer controlled, so you have exactly the number of windings on each coil.
And it just cuts out when it's wound the right amount.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Of course, we have electronic tensioning devices. I mean, it's very important to make these very accurate and very consistent. So she'll finish it, and then she'll put the extra tape on it to secure the windings, and then it goes into the, we'll see how it goes into the other processes later.
Okay, we've moved along the line a bit now, Bob. What have we got here?
Well, this is a search coil in its near final state. As you see, the bobbins are in. The circuit board's in, the wires are attached and dressed out. And so now they're ready to go to the station where we do the final tuning and testing of the coil.
Okay. Okay, we're near the end process of the coil manufacture now. What do we call this, Bob?
It's called potting the coil. We actually fill the coil with epoxy to stabilize everything and to make it very rugged and very durable.
Yep.
You can see we have the automated equipment here that does the work very accurately. Well, now we're in our metal shop, and this is where we take the aluminum tubing that we use for stems, and we have a device here which does the bending process, and then we have a device that does the punching of the stems and completed stem. So from here to here, we do this in the shop, and then we send it out for powder coating.
Okay.
Of course, powder coating is the most durable paint that you can use, and that's.
Well, they last in the field, I guarantee that.
Yeah, they certainly do. Okay, now we're going to show you our production line for one of our most popular products, the Garrett Ace hobby metal detector. This is the final assembly process for our Ace metal detector. And you can see this lady is doing the first setup. She has the circuit boards, which are already assembled, and she's doing the testing on the board and the calibration. You see the programmer here to download the software in the microprocessor, and there's a test set with an oscilloscope for her to do the calibration. Again, there's several settings on this that have to be factory set based on to allow it to discriminate the materials and detect correctly. Moving on here, in using the lean manufacturing techniques, this lady is installing the circuit board and preparing the case. You can see her putting in the speaker. Everything slides together, snaps together very quickly. Putting in the battery springs and moving along. After she's installed the circuit board in the panel, we place the panel in the case, tightens all the bolts, and puts the label on. And now we go and we install the stem and the handle. He's prepared the cuff assembly, and so he's ready to pop the stem assembly onto the detector. Going quickly on. We install the search coil and we do our quality control. She's got this automatic system where she can test and be sure that the sensitivity and discrimination features are correctly set. So now we're ready to go.
She's just picked up a search coil, and she's QCing the search coil. We have redundant quality control all the way down the line here so that we can issue a quality product that's dependable. What she's doing is she's mating a coil to this head unit right here. She's giving it a test, running it through a final QC.
So we're waiting on one.
It takes a while if it's a bigger detector with more buttons, so they have to,
Check every button.
Yeah.
Check every component.
The coil.
Here we go. The coil's going in the box.
Put it through here, and then
I hope that's in the right spot.
yeah, you put it through here, and you hold it, all the way through, and you just put the head in, and you tighten it, and then make an 8 and a O.
We're getting a free backpack with it too.
Oh yeah, I like them. And check the label. Stand.
You've done this a few times by the look of it.
Oh yeah, I've been here for 2 years.
Yeah.
And these bags. Right here. These. Warranty card with the manual.
Okay.
My headphones up here. Right here.
Well, this customer's getting a bit of gear in this box.
And that's pretty much it.
Brilliant.
You just close it and that's it.
And off it goes. Top stuff. There's another Euro race leaving the factory. On its way to Australia perhaps to find a bit of treasure. So Vaughan, now we're in the AT production area.
Yeah, this is our all-terrain metal detector, the AT Pro. And this specific one is the AT Pro International being assembled right here. This one may very well be going to Australia.
Oh yeah, great. So now we're at the end of the AT Pro production line. The metal detector has been completely manufactured in-house in this building, and now it's been packaged ready for distribution.